The Kunstmuseum Basel was conceived as a place to house collections. Our involvement in the exhibition business has greatly increased, so we badly need an annex. We want spaces, exhibition halls, where we can show our major special exhibitions. Our collection has grown considerably, and we want to be able to present it in better ways. For us, the new building is in part an outward demonstration of the Kunstmuseum's renewal. It's very important to us that this new building, which of course stands on its own merits, should also reveal that it's one of a pair.
Bei einem Projekt wie dem Erweiterungsbau gibt es natürlich immer Resonanz und Reaktion.
In a project like the new building, there will of course always be resonances and reactions among the public, but also from cultural institutions, from the entire cultural landscape, regionally, nationally, and even internationally. It's been my experience that all the institutions and their representatives in project management have always responded very positively to the project. They've really displayed personal emotion in dealing with this project. I believe that's something special. The Kunstmuseum Basel is incredibly important to the people of Basel. The reason why the Kunstmuseum Basel's new building displays such a high degree of complexity is partly because it's a building created in the middle of the city, in the midst of traffic. And secondly, there's the link to the main building, for which the latter had to be closed for a number of months. We also had to remove part of our enormous collection of over 300,000 works. We were always on time and on budget, and that's simply because we were very realistic in our planning. On the one hand, we have the architects, Christ and Gantenbein, to thank for the realistic planning, but also all the public authorities who supported us with their experience of other projects. We are delighted to be able to show this building to the entire city of Basel at the opening. I believe what's different compared to the way such building projects used to be handled is that where public projects are concerned, there's not just an interest in seeing the completed, fully appointed building. People also want to find out about the process and have an interest in that.
Nicht nur daran besteht, das fertige Haus zu sehen, das komplette eingerichtete Haus, sondern eben auch den Prozess kennenzulernen und sich dafür zu interessieren.
The passage linking the two buildings is a kind of generously proportioned foyer. In other words, it's not just a hallway, a corridor, but a space or a room that opens out in terms of perspective. And, importantly, the view opens up along with the space and takes you deep into the new building. So, looking from the old building, I can see daylight, I can see the central staircase and people moving around there. Most importantly, this connecting level, this connecting space, is part of the museum tour. In other words, there are exhibition galleries and works of art on that level too. It's the brickwork that gives the new building its distinctive appearance. The brickwork design incorporates a frieze, a band that runs around the building and, as it were, lends it an almost classical finishing touch. But what's special about it is that we've worked with light in the gaps between the bricks. The effect we expect to achieve is that this brickwork, which is actually very heavy, takes on a sense of something fleeting, a sense of motion, or a greater complexity. It's like gleaming light emerging between the bricks. It's certainly appropriate to express our great thanks to everyone involved. That, of course, includes the government of the canton of Basel City, with all members of staff at the President's office, President Guy Morin, then the Construction and Transportation Department, the Finance Department. They gave extremely strong support to this project. And the most sincere thanks is, of course, due to the Laurenz Foundation. Without its commitment as patron, we really wouldn't have been able to make this building a reality. So we are delighted that everything happened as it did.